Classic Rock Radio.
Okay, so Rock am Ring, day 3, While She Sleeps. And yeah, you guys have been playing Rock im Park yesterday. What has that been like?
Honestly, incredible. Every year that we've played Rockin' Park, we've done the inside venue there. This was the first year we moved outside, and we didn't really know what to expect, you know. We clashed with some friends of ours in Landmarks as well, who I know are like a very, very good band. So we were a little bit like, how's this going to go? And honestly, it was insane. Like, the amount of people that were there was great. The energy was great. So, yeah, really stoked with yesterday. We had a great time.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So did you have some time to watch some sets of the other artists?
Do you know what? I didn't see any other bands really yesterday.
Really?
I plan to see them all today. You know, so yesterday my throat was a little bit off, so I was like, I'm gonna play the show, shower, freshen up, get a bit of rest, and then we got a few days off after this before Download Festival in the UK. So today's my day. I'm gonna go and see, you know, Parkway, Counterparts, I can't see Landmarks, they clash with those. But yeah, all those bands I missed. Maybe a bit of Hatebreed. Yeah, Prolifia, Fear Factory. I mean, today's a good day. I mean, every day is a great day. But yeah, there's cool bands today too.
So you've already mentioned that you're going to play Download Festivals.
Yeah.
Download Festival, sorry.
Yeah.
And some other festivals during this festival summer.
Yeah.
So are there any particular festivals that you guys get particularly excited about when the festival summer
I mean,
comes?
for us, I think that just festival season in Europe is like the one. Obviously, you know, the UK is kind of renowned for quite grey weather and a lot of rain, especially at our festivals. It's like knee-high in mud and that sort of thing. So we're always excited to get over here. I think that in Germany especially, you really look after your artists. You know, the catering's always beautiful, and, you know, I know I've been to Rock am Ring a few times where it's been crazy stormy and but like majority of the time you get some nice weather too. So we're just stoked to be over in Europe playing a lot of festivals, bumping into a lot of friends in bands and being out there and seeing our fan base. You know, it's great. But yeah, we've got sort of Resurrection Fest coming up and stuff like that, which is also a good one, and Hellfest again, which is, you know, like Rock am Ring, it's a crazy place to have a festival. Like, yeah, so we're just stoked to be out there.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So I find it a bit interesting because whenever I talk to artists from the US or Canada, they're always like, oh my God, you guys have all the festival stuff figured out here in Europe, because in the US or Canada, it's not like that.
No, it's not, yeah.
So is it something have you played lots of festivals in the US and Canada as well?
Yeah, yeah.
So do you like also the European festivals better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think just yeah, it's like the way that it's organised, and like I say, the way that not just in Germany but Europe kind of look after their artists and stuff as well. It's just really great. Yeah, I think you guys lock it down. You know what you're doing with a festival, and that makes it a good experience for bands to want to return. You know, want to come back, and an enjoyable time for everybody. So yeah.
That's so cool.
Got it on lock.
Yeah, we do. So, but let's talk a little bit about your music, because you guys have just released your new album, Self Hell.
Yeah, we have.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Where to start? I mean, Self Hell for our band is a little bit of change of direction, trying to try something a bit new, something a bit fresh for ourselves. And that's exciting because it's been out a few months now and it's been received really well. So for us, it's exciting for where to go in the future, what we do with our sound and how we progress as a band. So that's really cool. Self Hell, as a title on the surface, sounds a little bit negative, but we always, While She Sleeps is a band that likes to prevail through a positive message. So the album sort of meanders through a lot of different expressions and emotions. So yeah, it's an interesting record. For me, it's got a lot of sort of the 90s Britpop elements rolled into metalcore. So I've been telling people that it's like Britmosh. But yeah, anyone that's new to our band or hasn't checked it out yet, yeah, give it a go. Let us know what you think, and yeah, we'll be playing songs off it today and for the rest of the summer. So
nice. Yeah. So now that you've also mentioned people who are new to you and your music, is it hard for you guys to like put or to like compress your usual set list from your headliner concerts to the festival set list, which is like only not even half of your
Yeah,
usual
yeah. I
time.
mean, that's always difficult anyway. We've been a band for quite a few years now, and it's always difficult to compile a set that's gonna please everybody. And no matter where we go or where we play, there's always certain people saying, "Oh, I would have loved to hear this song live or that song live," and it can be difficult. We try and put in certain things from each record, so that if someone's had a specific time with our band, and that happens. You might get into a band and then you don't really check out the next record, or there might be a huge record but then the next one's not for you. So we try and mix it up. We try and put things in our set for every sort of era of fan of While She Sleeps, and that's no exception with this. We've got some stuff off the new record, some older stuff as well, energetic stuff to hopefully get everybody moving.
Yeah. Would you say like the crowd pleasers, the fan favorites are also your guys' favorites to play, or is there a difference between your favorites as a band and like the fan favorites?
Yeah, I think a straight mixture. There's obviously certain songs that are favourites of mine that we haven't played for a while, but then also the songs that we do play in the set we really enjoy to play live, and if our fan base is happy, we're happy. So yeah, a bit of both with that really.
You've also mentioned before that you're going into a bit of a new direction with your new album.
Yeah.
And I've read that you've said in an interview before that that's what you guys like to do, to surprise the fans, to surprise the audience.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
is that also looking to the future something that you will maintain doing?
Yeah, I think so. I think, you know, for me, when a band releases record after record and it sounds the same, you know what to expect. So for me personally, I like it when a band does try something new and it changes direction or mood or emotion a little bit more, or there's different elements coming in. We're primarily like a metalcore band, but every record of ours has been a bit different. The first thing we ever put out was a bit more hardcore-esque, and then like when it's a metalcore, then our album Brainwashed is almost like a bit like punk metal in a way. So every record's had some sort of change, and in the later years, our guitarist Sean and the rest of us, we've been enjoying sort of putting a bit of EDM influences in there, which is never used to be my thing at all. I used to like dislike it even, but as we're getting older as a band, it's making it more enjoyable and fresher in the studio to work with those different elements and sounds. So yeah, I think that hopefully our fan base feels that that's exciting, not to know really what to expect or where we might go in terms of direction for the next record. And I think it's definitely something we'll continue to do. I think we're lucky in a sense because no matter which sort of direction we take, we always sound like While She Sleeps. The way that we use our voices and the way that Sean plays guitar just doesn't really sound like that many bands that are out there. So we're lucky in that sense. And as long as it always sounds like us, but it's fresh and intriguing, I guess, then yeah, we're happy.
You've just mentioned that you guys have your own unique sound. But where do you like draw your inspiration from? Are there any bands that you're like, okay, I mean, I've liked what they did on this album, and maybe that's something that inspires you to try?
I think that we purposefully steer away from that. I think that obviously everyone growing up or artists just have stuff that they listen to, and yeah, and to a degree when you're younger, something inspires you to want to be in a band. So everyone has those elements, but I think like While She Sleeps, if something's fresh and something's hot right now, we purposefully just go, let's not do that then, because I think that's in a sense where I've kind of fallen out of love with metalcore a little bit, where like you only have to go one band down on your Spotify list and you can find another metalcore band that sounds the same. And I think that's why we're trying to change things up a little bit and try and stay like fresh and a bit different. But we've never, although everybody has influence, we've never tried to emulate anyone. And I think our fan base sees that, and that's why they're into us, But yeah, like I said, we all have our inspirations.
So looking into the future a little bit, you guys are going to play a few shows in Japan in fall. Why Japan? Because I feel like it's for bigger bands like you guys, it's not that usual to always go to Japan and to Asia in general.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a long way. It can be quite costly to get out there. We've had a really, really great experience with touring of that part of the world. The people that we work with out there have said before to us that usually sort of the fans of sort of metal music over there will wait for a long time to see a band, and then once they've seen that band, they kind of, their attention changes to another, a different band. They go and see a different band. We've had a great experience out there where every time we've been back, it's been amazing, and we love going over there and soaking up the culture and the history. So for us, it's a fun experience, and the people out there are absolutely like lovely, amazing people. So we always have a great time. So we try and get out there when it makes sense.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Classic Rock Radio.